in Africa now,
Mm.
a lot of men believe that their wife
Mm.
need to cook,
Mm.
clean,
Mm.
wash,
Mm.
do a lot of house chores,
Mm.
and in some cases even go and work also.
Mm.
Do you think this is one of the reasons why marriage are broken out in Africa?
I think, first of all, you and your wife, you should have a deep conversation. So, how we want to make our marriage work. Just keep your wife to be a housewife, to do everything. If you can help her in some situation, also to push her forward, to discover our ability, to discover what she's able to do. I think that marriage will be very successful, and it will be a blessing for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why I'm saying that is that
Mm. Yeah.
some men this time, one of the reasons why marriages are breaking out,
Mm.
you see men after after they get married,
Mm.
when they finish getting them after their marriage, they will hope
Mm.
that their wife will be cleaner, their wife will cook, their wife will
Mm.
do everything for them. Yeah.
Mm.
And then when the wife is not doing those cooking,
Mm.
cleaning, washing, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But same men,
Mm.
same African men that believe that those are their rights,
Mm.
most same African men that believe that that is their right,
Mm.
when they marry British, Americans,
They
Asians,
don't bring those
they
things to
don't bring
them.
those rules to them. They cook, they
Yeah.
clean, they do everything.
Mm.
So to me, I think this is one of the major reasons why marriages are breaking out
I
in
think it's
Africa.
one of the reason. Yeah, I think it's a cultural boundaries that we are facing in our African country and everything. But we can change it. We can reverse it.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying that a real husband who really cares about his wife will have time to discuss. So, honey, how do you think about these things? Uh, what do you think? How do you think about our family? What is the proper way we can do to make this marriage work? So you should have discussion. You should discuss. You should just not just say, okay, okay, I'm imagining something. I'm thinking about something. Your imagination is a good thing, but you have to express it with your wife. Discuss, and she can have also an argument to give. In Africa, the woman has no argument. You shut up, you listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything.
Which is wrong.
My word is God is like God's words.
Yeah.
Obey it. If you don't obey it, you are out.
Welcome back, guys, to my podcast. Today we have another guest in the house. My guest is from Congo. From Congo. I want to balance the last podcast we did about marriage and divorce. I don't want it to look like it's just West African perspective, so I have to bring somebody from the Congo so that we can balance the experience and the reasons why divorce and marriages are going bad in Africa. Bro, I know that you have a lot of, for some time now you've been married,
Yep.
so I know you have a lot of experience with marriages. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is your wife is from
My wife is from Gabon.
Gabon.
Yeah.
Gabon, yeah. So your wife being from Gabon, I know that there are some few cultural differences, some little challenges that could come from marrying somebody from another country.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you just tell us some advantages and disadvantages of marrying somebody from another country?
Advantage. I think love has no boundaries.
Okay.
So when you love somebody, you don't pay attention exactly where they come from. So what will put you together with that person that you love is the emotion that you share together, the feelings that you have each other. And definitely we are both of us from the center of Africa. So there is not much difference between my wife country and my country. So it was easy to mingle together, to understand each other, even though when you talk about colonization, we were colonized by uh, Belgian people and they were colonized by French people. So the gap is only probably on the language, some slight difference, but uh, deeply the difference is not that much. So we're able to mingle together to understand each other, and then we just connect. We click and we connect. It was a good experience. Actually, we met in India.
In India.
In India, yes.
Okay.
Where I went to India to study. and in 2011, and I met my wife in India in 2013. So in the church, actually, I was a minister in the church, and she came one time uh, to assist in one of the church services, and then from there we started to I mean to meet each other, and then from there the discussion went going and on and on, and then so we moved from relationship into like simple like brother and sister, then dating until we got married.
You got married in India or you got
Now
married in
we got
Dubai?
married in UAE.
Okay.
So when I finished my study in India, I got an opportunity to come and work here in Dubai in 2014. And then she joined me in 2016 in UAE in Dubai.
Then
And
before you got married.
2 years later, then we got married. Yeah.
That's very good. So I want
Yeah.
to know what are one of some of the disadvantages? What do you think that is one of the problems that you face if you marry somebody from another country?
Probably the disadvantage, maybe you are saying what is their perspective about the other people who comes from different country. Maybe they will say, okay, as I'm from Congo,
Mm.
maybe they will say the Congolese man, they are not serious when it comes to marriage with women. So they
Okay.
have a lot of side chick beside. They don't take marriage seriously. So maybe they will rather be with you because you are beautiful, you are built in the good shape and everything. So this is the mindset that is going on in, especially in my country and other country. So in their mind, they think that Congolese man, when they get into relationship, they're not really committed, they're not really serious. So they can go out with you and at the same times go with the sister of your wife.
Is it actually true or is it just a misconception?
I can say 50-50 because it depends on each and every one. So
Okay.
I don't put myself into it because I'm committed. I'm a Christian, so I don't go to that side. But definitely, they are exceptional. Some people they feel like okay, since they don't know exactly the meaning of marriage, they can find themselves doing those kind of things. So that is one of the disadvantage, and another one also is probably the way uh, they communicate with family members. You know, my wife especially, she's so tight with her mother and sisters.
Okay.
So they used to be in touch almost every second.
Okay.
It's not the same thing with me.
Yeah.
You know, in my family, if I don't call my father, he assume that all is good.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
No need to
disturb.
call. Yeah.
So I just call them if I want to greet them or to know what's going on with them. But it's not the case with my wife. Every second, my mother-in-law, she will be in touch with my wife. The sister will be in touch all the time. So they are so tight. And first of all, when we started our relationship, I used to see all these things with her, but I was saying, but what's going on? Is your mother doesn't trust me or what? She keep calling, she keep asking you what's going on over there. It's like she lacks trust. She don't have to call you all the time.
No,
She
but that's
told
not the
me,
case. In most cases,
yeah,
women are attached to their
yeah,
mother.
but
So that is why.
that is what
In
I
most cases.
understood
Yeah.
with
Women
my
are always
wife country.
attached.
But when you bring it to my country, it's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when you start calling your father all the time, they will think maybe oh something is wrong.
Yeah, but your sister
The
is not calling
sister-in-law,
your sister. No, your own sister.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Does she not call your mother all the time also?
yeah, but not all the time, not all the time. Because in our mindset is like if I'm calling all the time, it means that there is a problem, there is an issue. Maybe
Okay.
I'm asking for money. I want them to help me out for something. But in their case, they just want to be so tight all the time. How
Yeah.
did you sleep? How was your day and everything?
Mhm.
And I understood that because in the beginning I was saying, but what's going on? Your mother, she keep calling all the time. It's like there was something going on. But I understood, she told me, my mother, she's my best friend. And this is the way we grew up in our family. So you have to understand that and just try to cope up with that. So that was actually the two things that most of the time they used to talk about in my wife country. Yeah.
Moving forward, we want to make the podcast brief and short,
Yeah.
but we want to go straight to the point. So
Yes.
our
Yeah.
viewers, you will understand what we want to.
Mm.
Just bear with us.
Mm.
My guest is from Congo,
Yeah.
so our English is different. So whether you
Yes.
are from East Africa, you're from West Africa, Central Africa, but Africa is one.
Yeah.
You were talking about people having a misconception about the Congolese man will have one or two girlfriends.
Yeah.
To me, it's not a problem. I say that because Africa, all over Africa,
Mm.
we have one tradition.
Yeah.
An African man has all the permission to marry as many wives as he wants.
Mm.
African men are polygamous in nature. That is just the fact.
All right.
So if the man have 4 wives or 5 wives, it's okay. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a problem.
Mm.
The woman will decide whether she wants to stay there or go. Moreover, if you want to look at it from the religious part of it,
Mhm.
all the men after God's heart were men that have a lot of wives and concubines, correct?
But we see, if we have to go in that line, you will see that all of them they just blender their relationship.
But at the end, the most important thing is that the men that had good relationship with God were men that have a lot of wives.
Yeah, they had a lot of what, but you
Yeah.
need to see the outcome. What really happened in their life? If you take the example of the King David,
Mm.
you see what's happened in his life. He went after his wife soldier.
Yeah.
He tried to create some situation so that guy will die and then he will take his wife. And then you see the judgment that God brought in his life, in his family. So it's a good thing. You say, okay, that is the behavior or the culture in Africa. But you have to understand that every action and decision that we make is followed by some consequences.
Yeah.
So
true.
we like to make choices, but we don't pay attention to consequences. Okay, it's a good thing. You will do it. But what is the consequence that you will face? To have many wives is also a call to responsibility.
Yeah.
So you need to be responsible.
But if you have the financial muscle and you have the financial ability, of
No,
course,
but it's not that, you know,
if
but
you're a millionaire, you
that
can
is
do
if in some cases, it's not
Yeah.
everybody. So you are just a lambda, a common man who's just trying to figure out how can I get something to fill up my family. And then in your mind, you are thinking that I need to have a second wife, a third wife, a fourth wife. So it's gonna kill you. You will go broke.
It's true. But what I'm just saying is that our culture, culturally in
Mm.
Africa, is allowed. So that's what I'm just
But
trying to say.
is it allowed officially in the front of everybody, or you are hiding it?
Whether in front of everybody,
Mm.
the officially in Africa is allowed. So whether you want to do or you don't want to do, it depends on you. But in Africa, it's allowed.
I know it's allowed. It's allowed because now in our culture we call it chiza. That is a word that the French people used to say. They call it chiza or side chick.
Mm.
So the side chick, she's there. If you want to go there and meet up together, you can just try to create some situation with your wife at home, and then you will be with the side chick.
No, that one, I don't support that one. For people that need to create up some situation with their wife to be with the side chick, that one is very wrong.
Okay, that
That
one
is a
is very wrong.
problem.
So, but
That one is
what do you want?
It is
You
better
want-
you go to your side chick without
Okay.
creating problem for your wife, because your wife is more important than the side chick. But it is said that side chick have helped a lot of marriages to grow.
How?
I tell you how. For example, somebody gave a reference of there was a podcast, Honest Bunch podcast,
All right.
and a lady on that podcast gave a reference of a woman that a man that is coming from work and branch his girlfriend's house to avoid traffic, and he just go there and he's feel relaxed after having fun with the side chick. He goes home. Okay. If the side chick has already given him a plate of food with some good massage, with some good enough everything that side chick does, okay. And when the man gets home, even if his wife does not give him food, he will not be mad at his wife.
For you think that is saving marriage?
No, think of it if it
No,
has not
but
saved marriage.
at the end of the
In
day,
a way, but does it save the marriage? Because if a man that comes back from work and the wife did not give him food and is very hungry, of course, an African man, in most cases, he will just slap her. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But if the side chick have already given him food, good massage, good shower, as he come back, even if his wife does not give him food, if his wife is pressing the phone, he will not care.
no, but in that case, we cannot call it really marriage, because now that main wife in the house, the wife, it's herself. You cannot consider her like a wife. She's like a piece of cloth in the house only, because at the end of the day, you cannot follow two ways. If you notice that your side chick is giving you more love, more affection,
Mm.
more attention, definitely you'll make your choice. You will say, okay, I want to go with the side
Yeah,
chick.
but in Africa right now,
And
you
my
know,
wife, she's useless.
no, no,
Let her just
the
go
wife,
out.
no, the wife is not useless. The wife
Mm.
has its own use. The
But
wife take care
what
of the
is the
house.
use?
The
What is
wife
the
is taking
use?
care of the house, taking care of the kids. Okay,
No, but
keeping all those things in place. Yeah, but maybe sometimes the wife is very busy, so she don't have
busy
the
for what?
time,
What kind of
like
thing that?
washing the kids' clothes, for example.
But that is
And
that is
because
her
of that, she has
duty.
not prepared your food.
That is the duty of.
So if the side chick has not given you food,
Mm.
when you come back, you get angry and you may slap her.
No, but if you want to put your wife in that position, then find a maid. Get a maid.
Okay,
Get a chef.
now let's talk about that. In Africa now,
Mm.
a lot of men believe
Mm.
that their wife
Mm.
need to cook,
Mm.
clean,
Mm.
wash,
Mm.
do a lot of house chores,
Mm.
and in some cases even go and work also.
Mm.
Do you think this is one of the reasons why marriage are broken out in Africa?
I think, first of all, you and your wife, you should have a deep conversation. So, how we want to make our marriage work. In my case, for example, my wife, she's a nurse.
Okay.
She's been a nurse before we got our children. She was working as a nurse here. And after some times, she got pregnant. So she wasn't able to go to work anymore. Okay, she was supposed to stay at home and taking care of everything. But in my mind, I don't want her to stay at home because we can manage things. Sometimes I will cook also. Sometimes I will clean the house, do the dishes and everything, and she can do it. And now, sitting at home, just taking care of the kids, doing your duty as a housewife is a good thing. But I don't want you to focus only in that because you have also a life, you have a future, you have a career. So you have to be creative. And my wife, she's very creative. And she started thinking that, okay, besides me sitting at home with the kids, taking care of them, maybe preparing the food for my husband, I can think of what kind of activity I can do. Now she started doing perfumes just to occupy that free time. So, in the other side, I think the husband and wife need to sit down and discuss. And also, you should know what is the ability of your wife. It's not only your wife because you want her to cook, to clean, to take care of the kid and every other activities at home, but she's also a person who has a future. So you have to think about our future. What can she can bring on the table? And if she's able to bring something on the table, that woman will be fulfilled, and your marriage also will be fulfilled. I think that is my conception, my perception of things. Don't just keep your wife to be a housewife, to do everything. If you can help her in some situation, also to push her forward, to discover our ability, to discover what she's able to do, I think that marriage will be very successful and it will be a blessing for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why I'm saying that is that
Mm. Yeah.
some men this time, one of the reasons why marriages are breaking out,
Mm.
after you see men after they get married,
Mm.
when they finish getting them after their marriage, they will hope
Mm.
that their wife will be cleaner, their wife will cook, their wife will
Mm.
do everything for them. Yeah.
Mm.
And then when the wife is not doing those cooking, cleaning, washing, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But same men,
Mm.
same African men that believe that those are their rights,
Mm.
most same African men that believe that that is their right,
Mm.
when they marry British, Americans, Asians,
They don't bring those
they
things
don't
to
bring
them.
those rules to them. They cook, they
Yeah.
clean, they do everything.
Mm.
So to me, I think this is one of the major reasons why marriages are breaking out.
I
in
think it's
Africa.
one of the reason. Yeah, I think it's a cultural boundaries that we are facing in our African country and everything, but we can change it. We can reverse it.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying that a real husband who really cares about his wife will have time to discuss. So, honey, how do you think about these things? Uh, what do you think? How do you think about our family? What is the proper way we can do to make this marriage work? So you should have discussion. You should discuss. You should just not just say, okay, okay, I'm imagining something, I'm thinking about something. Your imagination is a good thing, but you have to express it with your wife, discuss, and she can have also an argument to give. In Africa, the woman has no argument. You shut up, you listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything.
Which is wrong.
My word is like God words.
Yeah.
Obey it. If you don't obey it, you are out.
Yeah, but
That is
that
not
is wrong.
correct.
That is very wrong.
But you say it's wrong, but it's what we are noticing in many African households.
Yeah.
The husband will behave like she's a king, she's a dictator. A wife has nothing to say. She just say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come and we will have sex. Yes, sir. Or do there and go there and do this for me. Yes, sir. So she's a human being, first of all. And every man need to understand that. I know that our mindset has been programmed to treat women that way. I even heard one pastor in one of the social media video. He was saying that the place of the wife is in the kitchen, and every man claps.
And yeah.
And
but that's old. That's the old way, not now.
but
Not
of
in
course, yeah,
2025.
definitely. But so many men have still this mindset
Mentality,
in their
yeah.
mind, so they think that the place of the wife is only in the kitchen.
Yeah.
She has no right to sit in front of me. She has no right to give suggestion. She has no right to bring something on the table, and that is wrong. And I think for a marriage to work, there must be a real communication
Yes.
between you and your wife. You need to sit down and discuss about your future. How do you see these things? What can you do? You discuss and you plan things. You give responsibilities. You work hand in hand. Definitely, things will not be perfect, but you should work together with humility, and definitely God will help you. So I think that is my suggestion for that.
For people
Yeah.
right now, a lot of divorce are everywhere,
Yeah.
and we're trying to
Mm.
see how we can make the rate of divorce
Yes. Yeah.
reduce
Yeah.
in Africa. That's a big
Yeah.
challenge
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
in Africa.
Mm.
You see a lot of men now.
Mm.
You see some men when they are married,
Mm.
they go out, they come back drunk,
Yes.
and the next thing they are going to start to feast on their wife is domestic violence
Yeah.
in
Definitely.
Africa. It's
Definitely.
everywhere in
Definitely.
Africa. Drunk men.
Mm.
What do you think is a solution to such a problem? What do you think a woman should do if she finds herself in a situation whereby her husband is always drunk, coming
Always
back
drunk.
home, violent, and start to beat her?
But we before touching the leaves, we have to go to the roof.
Yeah.
What is the real uh, reason
Yeah.
for that
Man to be
husband
drunk.
to start drinking?
Yeah.
You need to go to the root first,
Okay.
because what we notice is only the reaction. You see the reaction, but we don't know what was the reason behind
The drunkenness.
the drunkenness.
Yeah.
How this thing started. Because I cannot be in the marriage and I know that my husband used to get drunk, but before that, before we get married, how was his behavior? Was he a drunk person before we got married, or he became a drunk person after the marriage?
Yeah.
So a wise woman will ask all these questions. She will go deeper. What is the reason? Even if you go to a doctor, before to give you a prescription, he has to do some examination first to see the reason why you have this type of disease. Same thing with that man. He's he's drunk. What's the reason for him to get drunk all the time? The wife should understand. She has to check out her husband first, and then if she maybe the husband is depressed. Yeah, he is trying to get money. He's not getting money. He's coming back home all the time, discouraged, and all those things can lead that man to be
drunk.
to be drunk, and to
begin
start
to get drunk and then be violent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to check your husband first. Go to the roof, do your homework, and check him. Maybe he has a depression where he's working. He has a lot of tension and everything, especially here in Dubai. You have to point these things out. The depression is there. A lot of things are there. And when the husband comes at home, he is coming in which kind of atmosphere? Maybe in his office, the atmosphere is already toxic. When he comes back home,
It's another
again,
one.
it is just a fire.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to calm down your husband when he comes, to understand his preoccupation. And in that way, you will know exactly this problem came from what, from where.
Yeah, but my
Mm,
question is a woman that find herself in such a situation
mm,
where the man comes back home
yeah.
and always drunk and start to beat her, start being violent.
You're,
What do you think that the woman
yeah,
should do?
the woman, she's not alone. Definitely, she has a family. Uh, she has relatives. Let us bring this matter. If it's beyond my strength, beyond my intelligence, beyond my wisdom, I cannot handle these things by myself. But I care about my marriage. I care about my husband. I have to bring my family member. Maybe not
Her family
directly,
member
not
or
not
the
no no,
or the
not
man's family
directly
member?
to a big family member. Probably, you can talk to the father if the family is still around. Just explain to them, but not
Whose father? The man's father or the woman's father?
the woman father.
The woman talk to her
Yeah,
father.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of course, but if the woman talks
Mm,
to her father, of course, her father is going to be in support of her. So to me, I think it's
mm.
better for the woman to talk to the man's family.
Yeah, the man's family,
Because, for
but
example, if I have a situation
mm,
like this, I think if my brother is in a situation like this
mm,
and his wife calls me,
yep,
I think it is better for me to be easier for me to
mm,
solve the problem.
yeah,
Because if she calls her brothers,
mm,
they will be sentimental
definitely.
and they will support their sister.
Mm,
So they will say the man is a useless man or the man is this.
mm. So if she cannot talk to the family member, you can find. I know when we get married, we have our like
Sponsors.
sponsor that we
Yeah.
can reach out to them. They can come for counselor and give us some advice.
Okay.
So I think a woman she can do that.
Or even
She
reach
can do
out to
that.
a marriage counselor.
Mm.
Or there are marriage counselors, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everywhere.
definitely,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
can decide to contact a marriage counselor.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Book a section with a marriage counselor
yeah.
and talk to a
To
marriage counselor
find
to
out what
find
is
out
the
how they
issue,
can
what
solve
is
the
the
problem.
problem. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the husband definitely she has to have that the will to go there to sit with the wife and discuss and to find out what is this the problem. Like I was saying, you go deep in the roof to find out the issue and solve it. And
To me, right now, I think in a
mm,
situation like this,
mm,
I think in a situation whereby a man
mm,
beats his wife
mm,
after being drunk,
mm,
I think if they decide to go through the route of
mm,
family,
mhm,
mostly in the woman's family, it will not be resolved.
yeah,
So I think that the best way of handling such situation is
mm,
to consult a marriage counselor
yep,
that will help them to help both of them
yeah,
to reach a mutual agreement.
mm.
So the marriage counselor will not be on the woman's side
No, no,
and will not be on the man's side.
definitely.
Because if it is family, maybe family will be on one side.
And that is the problem also because the level of maturity and wisdom should be very high so that when both members they can come together and then they understand that this is the life of our children and we should help them to overcome the situation, not rather to be emotional and just put the feeling and start blaming the husband or blaming the wife. If you really want your children to make these things work, you should not have any side. Don't pick any side. Just give them advice. Tell them what they should avoid. But in that case, if it doesn't work, like you said, marriage counselor also is a good idea to counsel them.
To conclude this
Mm.
podcast, I want to just ask you a direct question. And I
Yeah,
want you to give the advice to the viewers
yeah,
about staying married
mm,
or getting divorced.
yeah,
Do you think in 2025, with the rate of divorce, do
mm,
you think that married people
mm,
should try everything possible
mm.
to stay married? Divorce is not an option.
Divorce is not an option, and marriage is beyond feelings and emotion. Of course, feelings and emotion is a part of our marriage things, but when we get married, we have to understand that it's a responsibility, and we need to desire to stay married. So, of course, disagreement will come, and problem may come because nobody is perfect. We are not perfect, so we are human beings. We make mistakes all the time. You have
Just feel
to
relaxed.
desire to make these things work with humility and also keep God first because that is the main important things. Because you will notice that you pay the bride price,
Yeah.
everything that the family was asking for your wife, You gave everything, but you did not pay for our love.
Yeah.
It means that you need to choose your wife every day. I need to choose to love my wife every day. That is a decision that I have to make every day, and to have contentment, to keep God first, because without God, who is the owner of marriage, marriage will not work. So God should be the first person in charge of our marriage. We need to love as men, to love our wife, to love them every day, to choose them every day, and to have contentment. And I think if we have these things with us, our marriage will work, and we will avoid divorce, because divorce is not an option. If we can avoid it, please, and we want to be an example for the next generation, because this generation, I don't know, we are doomed. But we need to make the choice, the decision, that we need to be an example for the next generation, for the brothers and sisters, that it's possible to stay married 10 years of marriage, 20 years, 50 years. Why not 100 years? It's possible. So that is my advice for
The
you,
younger generation.
for the younger generation, because there was a lot of things going on. I know. But with God help, putting God first in everything that we do, choose your wife every day, love her through thick and thin, all the situation, ups and down. You remain faithful to her, and you have contentment. And I think the marriage will work.
Guys,
Yeah.
you've heard that advice. The institution of marriage
Mm.
must be upheld.
Mm.
Guys, divorce is not an option.
Yeah.
Divorce is not an option. Divorce is not a way out. Marriage is not a ministry of enjoyment. It's not sweet every day.
Yeah.
Some days are good and some days are bad. There's always up and downs in marriage. Guys, enjoyment is for kids.
Mm.
If you want to be happy every day, that is for kids.
Mm.
Marriage is not that way. Try as much as possible to stay committed to your marriage.
Mhm.
Divorce is not an option. It's not an option. There are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges associated with divorce. Divorce is not an option, guys. Try to stay committed to your marriage. This episode is sponsored by DSD Media. DSD Media is a video production company in Dubai where they do photo shoot, podcasts, events, everything you want to do, video production for your business, your advertisement, your business, anything you want to do. DSD Media have got you covered. DSD Media Dubai.
Yes.
Guys, with this, we've come to the end of this podcast. Follow us on all social media platform. Follow his page.
They can reach out to me in the name of, can I spell it though?
Yeah, it's okay.
VALERYMARC space BUPOLE. Just type it on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Can reach out
guys,
to me.
try to reach out to him on Facebook,
Mm.
on the platform. Please follow his page and see a lot of things he's doing on his page.
Yeah.
Guys, see you on the next podcast. Catch you.